Hi everyone, Gabriel and Slezzy here. I don't know if you guys watched a few days ago the discussion between Rafa and Roger Federer on Instagram Live, but on their discussion, Rafa was just telling Roger that all this story about himself being a right-hander and his uncle Tony forced him to play left-hand tennis just because he thought of that time that left-handers have got better chances to succeed in a pro tour. We can say yes, that was correct. Actually, Rafa proved that being a left-hander counts maybe for lots of his matches won and Grand Slams. But he said it's just a legend, this story, because actually he never could play right-hander tennis. That was correct, that he was doing lots of things with the right hand, but actually he was playing soccer and tennis. There was best coordination that was on his left hand. So really, in his case, he was a left-hander as a tennis player from the beginning, even though he could do lots of things and most of the things with a right hand. Actually, it was something very interesting what he said. It's actually that he started tennis playing two-handed backhand and two-handed forehand. So actually, he looks on a court. He looked on a court like having two backhands, and that puzzled lots of people, and maybe that's why he was very hard to be diagnosed if it's a right-hander or left-hander in tennis. But he confirmed now that actually he's a left-hander. He never could really play with the right hand in tennis. But this very valuable information made me to do this video, because that confirmed something which was never told anywhere else. But I was thinking for years that actually I don't believe that it's wise to force someone to play with other hand just because you think that that side of the body or that hand is giving you more success. And in tennis is this misconception that you need to play with the left hand if it's possible to be very successful in tennis, because you have better chances to beat right-handers, which are most people around. And that's correct. As a left-hander, maybe you got a little bit of advantage, but the condition is you really have to be a left-hander. Your brain and coordination have to be much better on a left hand. Otherwise, you'll succeed. You'll play good tennis with the other hand, with your left hand, even if you're not a left-hander. But you'll never have that edge. Something will be always missing. Even some other people might not notice that. And now I can tell you a story, a situation in which I was a few years back with one of my students, which actually came to my lessons not as a beginner. That student already play a little bit of tennis, and when these students are coming to me, I'm not questioning too much if they are left-hander or right-hander, because if the student already played for a few months or a year or two tennis with one hand, you just presume that that's the hand which he chosen in the past as being the best hand. So I started coaching with this student, and this student looked like a very bright student, super intelligent, very well coordinated, involved in many sports, and very good results in all the other sports. But during my lessons, she was doing a progress which was way under I was expecting from her. I thought, okay, it's just the beginning, but actually I was trying hard and changing the way of explaining, giving different way of executing some shots, just to help her to become better and better. But the progress was there, but I thought this is not maximum this girl can do. It's way under the potential, if you judge everything else and all the tasks she can do, which is not involving hands, fast running, easy balancing, turning, running a course, everything was perfect. So I really didn't understand what's happening. That frustrated me. I was keep thinking, am I doing something wrong? How comes that I couldn't get to this student yet? All the other students which didn't look that great at the beginning, they've done way better progress in the class, and this particular student was always behind. So out of my frustration, I said, okay, I need to talk to the parents to find out more. I'm not telling exactly what it's all about, but I want to find more information which might help me to help the student to do better progress. We've talked a lot, nice talk, social talk with the parents, try to find nothing wrong, and the parents didn't think it's anything wrong, because the student, they thought it's doing a good progress. I thought not really, she could do more. I didn't tell the parents, but I tried to find more about her. In the end, I said, really, I will try to push her more, and I think she's a little under her potential. She can do much better progress. So nothing really came from that discussion at first, but just before leaving, the mother of the student, not the father who usually was bringing the student to the tennis court, my mother was there and said, oh, maybe she can do better progress if she play tennis with the left hand. And I said, what do you mean? So I said, yeah, because she's doing all the things. They're doing much better with the left hand. Some things she's doing with the right, but she's doing much better with the left. And they says, how comes she's playing with the right hand? They said her previous coach was insisting that she's a right-hander, and she need to play with right, so she started turning with the right and continue the right. But we never realized. We just thought she's ambidextrous, so it's fine. She can play with any hand. So that was a big revelation for me, and I said, okay, finally I understood something. So funny enough, in the next 3 weeks, when we had just one lesson a week, that girl done much better progress than in the last 6 months during my lesson. So the same coach, the same group of training, the same explanation. Suddenly she had this great progress, very fast progress, and start being very happy with her, and she was super happy, and she was keep repeating after that during my lessons, oh, I should have started with my left hand, but my coach didn't allow me. So I, from that story and from Rafa's story, if I connect these two together, I can conclude that actually you as the coach, you always have to test the students' skills on the left, on the right side of the body, and make sure you choose the right hand for the student. In my case, was never a problem, because I always testing the students when they are new to tennis and they don't know, that's easy, and you do a few tests on the court, and a few minutes you know for sure if they need to play with left or right hand. But the problem is when somebody come to you after already playing for a while tennis, like in my student case. But now I learned that whatever happened, I try to keep an eye and try to put them maybe time to time doing some tasks with both hands, some shots. You can tell them, oh, it's just for fun, let's try this and try this with the other hand, and that might give you an indication. Earlier the better. I hope you learned something from this video. I learned a lot from Rafa and Federer's Instagram live cast, and I try to use in the future for my tennis lessons. I wish you all the best, and me is lazy.